Good evening, everyone. I wanted to briefly talk about chapters 1 and 2 and what I learned from the text. In chapter 1, I learned about public speaking and conversation. It talked about the similarities and the difference between the two, and it also touched on stage fright, which is defined as a person having anxiety when speaking to an audience. I can relate to stage fright because I'm not able to do things on my own. For instance, I can sing in a group, but I cannot sing on my own. I can't do solos at all. I've danced in front of thousands, but I can't dance on my own. Or I've read in groups, but I can't do a speech on my own. So the tips that they gave on reducing speech anxiety, like preparing and making sure we have the necessary materials, also thinking positively is one that I particularly liked. You must think positive about yourself and what you're doing in order to be successful in doing it. If you don't think positively, I think that everything will fail. And that's something that I try to do not only in classwork, every day, just in life, period. I try to think positively. Most importantly, it says don't expect perfection, which is a key to public speaking, I believe. You can't expect to be perfect. A lot of people want to be perfect, and that's something that we cannot achieve. I mean, we do the best that we can, and as long as you give it your best shot, that's all that matters. I also learned about something I never heard of before, which is positive nervousness. Positive nervousness is something that energizes a speaker for presentation, which I found weird. So I'm going to have to read more on that, but I did find that particularly interesting. You've also got to visualize yourself giving a successful presentation when you're going out to do that. And chapter 1 also described the steps of the speech communication process. In chapter 2, I learned about ethics in public speaking and how ethics deals with the right and wrong in human affairs. Dealing with ethics in public speaking, the speaker must be fully prepared and honest, meaning that they can't do plagiarism, which is taking someone else's work and passing it off as your own. So you have to be honest when you're dealing with public speaking. You can't take anybody else's stuff and pass it off as your own. You've got to make sure you give credit to the sources that you use. So chapters 1 and 2 were interesting to me, and I look forward to learning more and reading more in this textbook. And I hope you guys have a great evening.